Hey there. So, for this Valentine's Day, I am not celebrating romantic love. I wanted to get to the heart of community love, a love that transcends gender, sexuality, a love that's just based on being a human being and caring about other human beings. So last summer, I was reading the Washington Post and I came across this article about this guy in St. Petersburg, Florida. His name's Al Nixon. He's nicknamed the Sunshine Mayor. And he started to get up in the morning to see the sunrise but over the ocean, gorgeous. So jealous living in snow-covered New Jersey right now. So he'd get up at 6:30 every morning, he'd sit on the bench, and then slowly people just started to kind of wander over to him and talk to him, and then people came back, and then he started smiling at people, and then people kind of just knew him as the guy you could go over to and talk to and share your life with in this way where you wouldn't feel judged. And so I thought, what a more perfect person to celebrate on Valentine's Day than someone who is a resource for a community, loving people, not judging people, just offering space. And in my opinion, more men need to do this. More men need to listen. And so join me in celebrating Al Nixon, the Sunshine Mayor.
Well, the word Sunshine Mayor actually was coined by a friend I met at the park, and she, this is several years ago, and we had several conversations, and from those conversations, she just approached me and said, I got a name for you. And I said, what was that? She said, it's you're the Sunshine Mayor. You talk to people, and you lift our spirit. So the Sunshine Mayor. So that kind of stuck with me, and I somewhat adopted that tag. I learned, I don't know, a few months in, 8 years ago, that as we're blessed, we bless others, and a simple smile can change a person's life. And someone approached me and told me that I meant a lot to them every day. They saw me there, so that compelled me to visit more frequently.
Right.
And I've been doing it ever since.
And from people stopping and talking to you or just sitting in silence with you, what do you feel like you've learned about humanity that maybe you didn't know before?
Basically, everyone appreciates someone that will listen. More than give advice, they really appreciate someone that will listen without judgment.
And do you attribute to your non-judgmental listening to anything in your life?
One of the things that I had the advantage of is when I was growing up, one was my face, and the other was I was around a lot of older people. So I think that's also lost in our culture now. Young people aren't exposed to their elders, and they don't absorb that wisdom of the ages. So they are somewhat lost when it comes to right and wrong and what reality is. So I did have that advantage. I was around people that explained to me why certain actions would result in a lifetime of pain or disappointments. That I got that at a very, very early age, and that had a big part of shaping me, along with and the biggest part is my faith. So my faith is Christianity, and that's based on love. So I cannot harm anyone if I'm told to love anyone um, by my faith. It's a doctrine of my faith. The foundation of my faith is about love. So you, it binds you to try to do the right thing and to have that empathy and concern for your fellow human beings. We have the power to change a person's day or life by a smile or a frown.
Yeah.
A person can feel rejected and then walk by you and you smile and they feel you, when you smile at them, you tell them that they matter. On the other hand, a person can be walking by and they feel rejected and you frown at them, and that could send them into a spiral, feeling that even the guy on the bench or the guy just walked by sees no value in me, and bad things happen. So we have to really be cognizant that our actions matter when we're interacting with others.
Do you feel that you interact differently with the women and the men who sit down? Do more women sit down? I'm just curious if you've noticed any kind of gender breakdown in terms of
Oh,
people.
definitely, far more women.
Far more women.
Oh yeah, far more women.
What do you think that's about?
Because women want to share. And if they know that you're willing to listen, they share. Men hide from sharing, especially if it's something painful, because they see it as being weak. When they don't know, sharing it is part of healing. Letting it go is a part of healing. And if they would just talk to someone, they would find the answers to their problems. They would find relief. But then again, men aren't taught that. Men don't get that. And we certainly don't, a lot of guys, young men don't get it from their fathers or different, they don't get that. So yes, women want to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, it could be good, it could be not so good.
Right.
But they feel that they love to share. So yes, they open up a lot more.
Do you feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah, I feel I'm an open book. I don't share a lot about me, but it's not like I'm hiding anything. I just don't, especially in that setting, I just don't think about me.
Right. Do you feel like you, in your most intimate interpersonal relationships, like you're married, right, with kids?
I have kids and I'm involved. Yes.
And you're
Mhm.
involved. Okay.
Mhm.
So, have you found that in those relationships, you've been able to, um, listen without agenda in the same way you do with strangers who are walking by?
I don't know. Say, what do you mean?
Well, so what's so awesome about how you listen, the way you're describing your ability to listen, and also Niobe Way, who's at NYU, she talks a lot about interpersonal curiosity and that so few people do it. Like so many more people like talking about themselves than really being curious in another human being, and how that's the basis of intimacy. Sometimes it's easier to be interpersonally curious about a stranger because there's no consequence. Like there's no, it's like a low stakes situation in some ways because you're not caught up in the like, I could lose this person, they could stop, there's
Right,
just, it's
right,
just different, and so I'm just
right.
wondering if your ability to totally remove yourself from you and really be there and listen translates into the most interpersonal relationships you have, like the most intimate relationships you have?
Well, whether I've known a person for years or for 10 minutes, when they're near me or around me or in that, you know, especially down at the bench, I'm keenly aware that all I really have is that moment. And I give them that moment. But when that moment is over, someone else gets to have their moment.
Just wondering if you have advice for parents who are raising young boys, given the culture we're in and the importance of not genderizing empathy and love and connection. Yeah, if you have any advice for parents.
I suggest that you tell them you love them daily, and give them lots of hugs and affirmation that they are important. Just simplify life, to where it's just almost thoughtless. You just go through it, you survive it, and you try to have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Be quick to laugh.
I'm quick to laugh. When I was on MySpace back in the day, my little tagline was quick to laugh, quick to love.
Right, quick to laugh, quick to love, and that is the perfect mantra. One of my mantras of all time is just love, just love, just love. And you're gonna be okay if you can do that.